Okay, good evening everyone. Welcome back to our React Native live coding series. I think this is episode number 12. And tonight we're going to be talking about connecting things to our main repo and also connecting it together with the Firebase and the Firebase asset storage. So let's give it a go. I've been asked before by one of the viewers that it would be great if I could actually make it less chaotic and have a bit of a plan how to run it. So here it is. Let me just put the font up a little bit, just so you guys can see everything correctly, or see everything in general. Right, so tonight we're going to be focusing on creating the media assets collection in Firebase, or investigating how everything works in there, as I didn't really use the Firebase media storage yet. So we are going to discover the whole thing together and access it from our React Native app, just so we can upload some photos in there and then retrieve it from there. So this is the main idea tonight. And also last week we created the image action sheet component, which is allowing us to actually select the images from the camera roll, or taking a photo from or with our mobile's camera. So first thing is first, and we definitely want to investigate on how to create the collection in Firebase asset storage, or how we can connect it together with our app and everything. So this is going to be our first task for today. Obviously the first part of this task is going to be to actually investigate how to do it. We're going to follow some of the docs in the Firebase website, and then we are going to use those instructions to actually connect it to our React Native app. So that is going to be our first task. So there is one thing I wanted to show you. What I did last week, it was the story for the image action sheet, and I don't know if any one of you actually watched it last week, but I had some problems connecting it to the store, and I used some third-party library which was connecting it to the store. I was importing it there and then using some kind of weird syntax around the component, and then I had a thought about it when I finished my stream, and I actually thought that there is another way of doing it. So instead of importing that third-party library, I just created a wrapper, which is a normal pure component, and I'm using that wrapper within the story, so I don't have to use anything extra. I don't have to use any extra libraries in there, which is actually quite nice. I think this is a better solution, and definitely way more elegant to do. So just to show you how it works, this is our image action sheet. It's not really an action sheet. It's actually it's an alert box kind of thing, but we are using it for displaying a couple of options, either taking a photo with a camera or selecting the photo from the library. And this is what we were doing last week. Now what we want to do, we want to have all the packages available. So we want to publish this repo, and we want to be able to install it from either projects or packages. And this is going to be our first task, right? So let me see. We definitely need to specify. We have to specify the entry point. And this is definitely not what it is. So we want it to be packages slash index.js, and this is going to be our main kind of our main file, because we want then this guy to be able to be imported from the index. So whenever we install the package, we want to be able to import this image action sheet or a button or whatever it is. We can actually define a button here as well. Okay, that's great. And then there's an error. It's just the WebSocket, so nothing important. And then, yeah, so the next thing, I'm just going to kill the process, because now we are going to be publishing that package, or the entire React Native Lego blocks, our repo, which is our component library. And this is the reusable component library, which we want to be importable, if you like, from another project. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna publish it to Yarn, and I'm going to give it a new version number. This is following the semantic versioning, and I've done a few changes. The previous version was just kind of a starting point, so this one is going to be our, let's call it a main kind of version for now. So I'm going to change it to 1.0.0, so version 1. Oh, if I can only remember my password. Oh, hold on. Now I need to change to what it was, because we don't want to keep increasing the version. So I'm going to change it to 1.0.1. Oh, come on. It looks like I don't remember my own password. Or maybe I'm just typing it wrongly. So once again, right. Okay. Now I need to use my... the npm one-time authenticator, which is actually on my mobile, and my mobile is used for the camera. So let me see if I can disable it for the time being from npm. I have to go to npm and get rid of the kind of authentication. So I'm just going to enable it for now, as I don't want to provide that password every single time. Sorry, not the password, the code from the authentication. All right, cool. That should be done now. So, okay, this time it should be all good. Let's just change it back to what it was. And now here we go. Providing a password. Oh, still hasn't picked up the changes. It's just quite weird. Maybe just need a... Just probably needs a... Right. Oh. Okay. There you go. Now it's enabled. So the package should be published under Cellcode Digital's namespace, followed by / and then the name of the package, which is actually React Native Lego blocks. And this is what we did for our component library. So now let's see if we can install it in our React Native PhotoApp, which is our main app where we do all the development, obviously. Let me just refresh or reconnect to the device. It looks like my camera is slightly lagging. Wondering why that is, because it should be smooth. But anyway, maybe because I've got just so many things open. Anyway, let's go back to our React Native PhotoApp, where we are going to try to add the Lego blocks, the component library that we just published to npm. And as you might already know, npm is the node package manager, where you can upload your packages, you can upload your repos or your modules. Oh, this is interesting. So it looks like... hold on. I've done something wrong here. No, that should be it. We're going to search for it in npm as well, just to make sure that it actually works. Let's see what the problem is. Ooh, my machine is a bit slow. Let me know, guys, if you have any problems. If the stream is not actually as crisp as it normally is. Because it should be just fine. Okay. Now, in the meantime, I'm going to search for React Native Lego blocks. And this is not visible in there, which is a bit weird. So there is only one. There is only one package. Not sure why this is happening. It's a bit slow right now. might actually try to restart everything and get back to you guys, because this is not really what we want.